Okunle for his goodwill message. Thank you, Prince. Your Eminency, the President of CAN and the President of CCN, Your Grace, the Prelate, the Primate of my church, the Anglican Church, our Father, the Prelate of the Methodist Church, the other leaders of the church, Professor, and my senior brother, the Chairman of CCN, Southeast, and learned friend.
I'm grateful for this moment to be at this conference and to speak to the Church of God and to be able to address my own home block of CAN, CCN. I'm not here much as a politician. I'm just a humble Anglican boy who has a few ideas as to what the church should do, if God permits. I've listened to earlier speeches here, and I will only say 7 simple steps, so that when we are praying, we put these steps in our prayer. 1, that yes, we are in difficult times, but at every time from the establishment of Christianity, the Christian church is always in difficult times. And the Christian church survived Rome, survived Caesar and the Colosseum. The Christian church will survive all powers and principalities. Second, that we are facing all of this because Jesus has tarried. And Jesus, our Savior, has tarried for a good reason, so that we may experience these things and be stronger in our faith. Thirdly, that no power in history, however gigantic, has ever defeated God's people. And that the threat to the church is always from within and from without. And in times when God's people have fallen on bad times, it is never based on the strength of the enemy, but the weakness in the body of the church. So I plead with us to address, we who are your wards, we are the one responsible for the problems of the country. And the quality of Christians that you produce is the gateway to getting out of all the problems we are facing. And when we sing onward Christian soldiers, these Christian soldiers don't fight with guns. They fight with prayers, with works, and with ethics. Fourth, that the politics we are facing now, it is not the politics or the outcome of the politics that will save the church. Only God can save the church. It is the church that will save politics. Therefore, let us not worry. Let us be calm. Let us listen to the voice of Christ. Even the apostles, when they were with Christ, and they were on stormy sea, and Christ was sleeping, they thought he was not aware of their problem, and they were worried. But when they woke Christ up, he said, "Be still." I pray that our Father will tell us in this country as Christians, not that we should worry, but that we should be still. The fifth point is that no matter what anybody says, the person who will take the mantle of leadership next year in this country will be from the house of God. Therefore, let the church be careful, like a pregnant mother. The church is pregnant with the next president of Nigeria. And the second point I want to make is that politics beckons. And all my life I've been told, right from the Anglican Youth Fellowship, that a Christian life is about wrestling. You are wrestling with all forces. And at a certain point in time, we must defeat the devil. But listen, with joining politics, I have wrestled with the devil in these few months in politics that I've ever wrestled since I was born. And I will say that the church has one tool which politics doesn't have. The church has the ministration of God, the revelation that comes to our clergymen, our leaders, and prayer. And that in guiding us, we should not use political parameters. We should not appeal to what politicians appeal to. We should be like Samuel, who was sent by God to go to the house of Jesse to look for a king to replace Saul. When Samuel got to the house of Jesse, where God sent him, the carnal self in Samuel was telling him, look for the person who is the tallest, who is the biggest. But in the end, he listened to God and asked Jesse, do you still have any son? That one said, yes, I have a little one who is not the king type, so bring him. In the end, it was the Spirit of God through Samuel that guided Israel to choose David. I want the church to be more prayerful and not political. Thank you.